Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now. Elland Road just erupted with breaking news, and the nightmare scenario is no longer a prediction. It is reality. 18th place. We are officially in the drop zone. Daniel FARKE's arrogant promise just shattered into a million pieces. A forgotten £25 million asset is sparking a transfer war in Italy, and our Italian wonderkid might have just been effectively fired by the manager in a press conference. The table doesn't lie, and the latest update changes everything. That number 18, it's the number that could cost a manager his job before the Christmas decorations go up. If you bleed white, hit like and subscribe right now because the next 7 days define our survival in the Premier League. We start with the quote that has come back to haunt Daniel FARKE in the most brutal way possible. Stay locked. There is a double cliffhanger at the end involving a striker search that depends entirely on who leaves first. The silence at Thorpe Arch is deafening, but the noise from the fan base is getting louder by the second. The question on everyone's lips was simple: could it get any worse? The answer arrived on Saturday afternoon, and it wasn't even Leeds playing. The name haunting us? West Ham United. And here is why the panic button has been smashed. West Ham's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth didn't just give them a point, it officially pushed Leeds United into the relegation zone for the first time this season. We are sitting in 18th place. The stats are terrifying. 11 games played, only 10 goals scored, and a goal difference of -10. We are only above Burnley and Wolves. But the real story isn't just the math, it's the manager's mouth. Just days ago, before the showdown with Aston Villa, Daniel FARKE stood in front of the cameras and made a boast that has aged like milk left in the sun. He looked the press in the eye and said, "Over the last 11 games, we have not once dropped into the relegation zone." It was a foolish attempt to downplay the crisis, a baseless claim to project stability where there is none. Less than 24 hours later, that stability evaporated. The inferior goal-scoring record compared to West Ham has dragged us down, and FARKE's words now look like the desperate ramblings of a man who didn't see the cliff edge approaching. The underlying data is screaming that FARKE is doomed. The 49ers ownership group decided to back him during the November international break, a decision that many fans are already calling a critical error, but the patience is wearing thin. Why is this moment so catastrophic? Look at the calendar. This isn't just about slipping into the bottom three, it's about when it happened. We are about to enter the run of death. After Aston Villa, we face Manchester City away, then Chelsea at home, then Liverpool at home. If FARKE couldn't get results against the mid-table teams, what happens when we face the title contenders? Pundits are already predicting 0 points from the next 9 available. If that happens, Leeds won't just be in the relegation zone, we will be anchored there. The pressure mounting on FARKE is suffocating. He had one job when he arrived: promotion. He did that. But now, the task is survival, and it is clear to see that he is out of his depth coaching in the top flight. The game against Villa is no longer just a match, it is a referendum on his tenure. If we lose and the gap to safety widens, the board might be forced to pull the trigger for the City game to save the season. Do you think FARKE survives until January? Drop your honest prediction below, and if you think the board waited too long, hit that like button to show the 49ers we demand better. But while the manager fights for his survival, the club's accountants are looking at the bench and seeing dollar signs because a forgotten man is about to become our financial lifeline. He was once the future number one, the heir to the throne, the shot stopper who was supposed to lead Leeds for a decade. Now, he walks the corridors of Thorpe Arch like a ghost. The name? Illan Meslier. And here is why this situation just turned into a high-stakes poker game for the Leeds United board. Illan Meslier has dramatically fallen down the pecking order. A series of terrible mistakes last season saw him dropped, and this season he has become a forgotten player, an outcast in the squad. Leeds tried to offload him in the summer to no avail, and now we are staring at a financial disaster. His contract expires in the summer. That means in just a few weeks, on January 1st, he can sign a pre-contract agreement with any foreign club and leave for absolutely nothing. £0. But wait, the script just flipped. Reports have exploded out of Italy that a transfer war is brewing in Milan, and Leeds hold the cards. Both Inter Milan and AC Milan are battling for Meslier's signature. They see the 25-year-old as a potential bargain, a market opportunity to secure a high-ceiling goalkeeper without a massive transfer fee. Usually this would be bad news, clubs waiting for his contract to expire so they can sign him for free in July. However, Leeds have a golden opportunity to manipulate this rivalry. The hatred between Inter and AC Milan is so intense that neither club wants to risk losing a target to the other. The paranoia is real. If Inter waits until summer, AC Milan might swoop in January. If Milan waits, Inter might steal him. This is where the 49ers must be ruthless. Leeds should look to offer both clubs a chance to secure the goalkeeper's services before the window opens, demanding a cut-price transfer fee in January rather than losing him for free in June. It is the perfect chance to cash in. Getting 3, 4 or 5 million pounds for a player who isn't even on the bench is simply free money in the context of profit and sustainability rules. It allows the West Yorkshire club to monetize a departure that looked like a total loss. But he isn't the only one. Goalkeeping duo Carl Darlow and Alex Cairns are also out of contract, along with Sam Byram, whose return to Elland Road seems to be ending with a whimper rather than a bang. Byram is set to leave, with no new deal in sight. The clearing of the decks has begun. This Meslier deal is crucial because every penny raised in January goes directly into the striker fund. We know we need goals. If we can turn a third-choice goalkeeper into a down payment for a Premier League striker, that is a masterclass. Do you think Leeds should take whatever cash they can get for Meslier in January or keep him as backup just in case? Tell me in the comments, and if you want the board to be aggressive in the market, smash the like button. But while Meslier's exit feels like a business decision, the next departure feels personal. A fan favourite is being pushed out, and the manager's latest comments sound like a final goodbye. Talent wasted on the sidelines, a player with immense ability, ignored, sidelined, and now seemingly discarded. The name? Willy Gnonto, and if you thought there was a way back for the Italian international under Daniel FARKE, you need to hear what the manager just said in his latest press conference. It sounds less like an injury update and more like an obituary for Gnonto's Leeds career. All signs are pointing towards a January exit. Gnonto hasn't played for Leeds since the 1-0 defeat to Fulham back in September. That is over 2 months ago. The injury was only supposed to rule him out for a few weeks. So, what is really going on? Ahead of the Aston Villa clash, FARKE was asked about Gnonto's return. His answer was cold, calculated, and incredibly revealing. FARKE said, "Important we don't put too much weight on Gnonto after injury. Allow him to build confidence on the training pitch." But then came the dagger. "I cannot be driven by picking the players who were not involved in a team loss." Read between the lines. FARKE is essentially saying that because Gnonto hasn't been part of the recent failures, he hasn't earned the right to come back and save the team. It reeks of stubbornness. With FARKE's known favoritism towards Brendan Aronson, it is hard to see when or if Gnonto will ever start another game for this manager. But while FARKE plays mind games, the Sharks are circling. MOT Leeds News has revealed that Saudi Arabian clubs are preparing massive offers. Al Ittihad and Neom, clubs with virtually unlimited budgets, have a long-standing interest in the Italian winger. For a player who has barely kicked a ball in 3 months, the prospect of a significant pay rise and guaranteed playing time is tempting. And for Leeds, this might be the sacrifice the board is willing to make. Gnonto is likely to be sold to raise the funds desperately needed to fix the damage caused in the summer window. The 49ers know they failed to bring in attacking reinforcements. They know the team is toothless up front. Selling Gnonto to Saudi Arabia could generate a massive fee, potentially 20 or 30 million pounds, which would immediately be reinvested into a new striker. A new number 9 is likely on the agenda, and Gnonto is the asset that makes that happen. It's a brutal reality, sacrificing a fan favourite who the manager refuses to use to fund a player who might actually save us from relegation. Is FARKE right to freeze him out, or is this personal? Do you trust FARKE to spend the Gnonto money wisely? Drop your take below, and if you would rather keep Gnonto and sack FARKE, hit the like button and let the board hear you. But before you go, you need to hear how these 3 stories collide in a frantic finale. 3 stories. 1 desperate mission. The manager's boast has backfired, leaving us in the relegation zone with the hardest fixtures of the season staring us in the face. The forgotten goalkeeper is our financial ticket out of trouble, and the Italian prodigy is being sacrificed to fund the goals we so desperately lack. Leeds United is at a breaking point. This isn't just about a bad run of form, this is about the identity of the club. We are 18th, we are -10 on goal difference, and we are led by a man who denies the reality of the table until it swallows him whole. The strategy is now clear. Survive until January, liquidate assets like Meslier and Gnonto, and pray that the new striker, whoever he is, can score enough goals to keep us up. But is it too late? If we lose to Villa, City and Chelsea, we could be 10 points adrift by the time the transfer window even opens. The board backed FARKE in November, but that loyalty is looking more expensive by the day. The Leeds United fanbase demands passion, fight and honesty. Right now, we are getting none of that from the dugout. The run of death will either forge a miracle or seal our fate. Here is what I need from every single Leeds fan watching this video. 1. Smash that like button if you believe we will survive this drop, regardless of who the manager is. Show the algorithm that Leeds fans never give up. 2. Drop a comment with your boldest prediction for the January window. Who do we sign? Who do we sell? Is Gnonto the right sacrifice? 3. Subscribe because every single subscriber makes a Manchester United fan check under their bed. And we are building the biggest Leeds community on this platform. We are watching the situation hour by hour. But listen closely, here is the edge of the cliff. One signature is still missing. While we talk about selling Gnonto, there is a whisper that the replacement striker has already been identified, a name that is currently scoring for fun in the Championship, and he is waiting for the call. But the cliffhanger gets steeper. Our relegation rivals, West Ham, are not sitting still. Sources say they are targeting the exact same striker to pair with their attack and bury us deeper in the drop zone. Who pulls the trigger first, the 49ers or the Hammers? And will Daniel FARKE even be in the dugout to welcome the new signing, or will a new face be leading the line against Manchester City? The next 48 hours could change the history of this club, marching on together, even in the dark. Hit subscribe, stay locked, and let's fight for our Premier League lives. I'll see you in the next war.